Take a look.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Big Hero Chris back at you with another one. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, ring the notification bell, hit me up on Twitter, TikTok, the community post. You already know the vibes. And I'm back at you with your Smackdown review. And look, man, I missed out on the SummerSlam review. That's on me. But one thing I was not going to miss out on was the return to SmackDown of the OTC, the head of the table, the only tribal chief, the original tribal chief, the one tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And look, man, let's just get into it. Let's just get into the cinema. Let's get into the Bloodline story. Now, this past Saturday on SummerSlam, Roman Reigns made his return during the Cody Rhodes Solo Sikoa match. He ended up Superman punching and spearing Solo Sikoa, and this caused Cody Rhodes to end up retaining the WWE Championship. Now, this week's episode of SmackDown kicked off with Cody. He asked, what do we want to talk about? He said that he didn't want to talk about the past. He wanted to move forward. And it was looking like he was trying to announce the next contender for the WWE Championship. But he was interrupted by Solo Sikoa. And Solo is rightfully upset because he wants his rematch. He wants his ones. He wants that shot at the WWE Championship once again. But Cody, he's not here for it. He says that he already beat him. He already beat the bootleg Timu tribal chief with his great value bloodline. So he's not trying to hear that at all. But someone's like, nah. This ain't over till I say it's over. And once he deals with Cody, he's gonna deal with Roman Reigns. And it's looking like the bloodline is gonna attack Cody when Kevin Owens comes out to make the save. And you know, they fight off the bloodline. Kevin Owens looks like he's about to dip out. But Cody says, hold up. I did have something I wanted to talk about. And that was the number one contender. And he says that he wants the next person that he fights to be Kevin Owens, and that match is going to take place at Bash at Berlin. Now, Kevin Owens, he's saying that, listen, he doesn't feel like he deserves it. He doesn't feel like he's earned it. You know, his win-loss record hasn't been really up to snuff. But Cody's like, listen, the people know you deserve it. He knows he deserves it. And Kevin Owens has always had Cody's back, especially when it comes to dealing with the bloodline. So he's going to talk to Nick Aldis about making the match official. So they're backstage. Nick Aldis and Cody are talking. Kevin Owens is reiterating the fact that he doesn't feel like he deserves the championship match. And then Nick Aldis says, oh, that's cool. I was just waiting for Roman Reigns anyway, so I can talk to him, giving him a championship match. And this kind of set Kevin Owens off because he feels that Roman Reigns doesn't deserve it, even though he's been champion for like 4 years. He's the longest reigning champion of the modern era. Kevin Owens says that there's a locker room full of men that deserve the shot at the WWE Championship way more than Roman Reigns. And Nick Aldis says, yeah, and it's Kevin Owens. So I don't know if Nick Aldis was actually serious about giving Roman Reigns another title shot, or if he was just trying to test Kevin Owens. I don't know. But the match is official. Bash at Berlin. WWE Championship is on the line. Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes. It's official. But like I said, man, you still have the bloodline. They're still lurking. Solo, he's looking for Roman Reigns. The bloodline are looking for Roman Reigns. And we go all the way to the end of the show, and Solo comes back out and he calls out Roman Reigns. He tells the crowd to acknowledge him. He says that if Roman wants the Umafawa, which is the tribal lay of the official tribal chief, he says come out and come get it. And he does. Roman Reigns pulls up by himself, no Jimmy, no Paul Heyman, by himself, takes out the Gorillas of Destiny. Jacob Fatu wasn't here. I don't know if he's actually injured for real, or if he's just selling, or if they're just trying to keep Roman and Jacob apart. Which, in a way, that does make sense because you did have Roman pull up, and he beat up both Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa by himself. So it really wouldn't be a good look if Jacob was involved in this and he got beaten up by Roman Reigns as well, because they've been doing a really good job of building up Jacob Fatu as this unstoppable Samoan killing machine. It does make sense as far as, you know, keeping Roman and Jacob apart, but The two men that did get their hands on each other was Roman and Solo. They're beating up each other. Roman's looking like he's gonna hit Solo with another spear, but God makes the save, and Roman Reigns just beats him up again. Solo's able to escape. He gets them, grabs the Umafawa. So he's at the top of the stage yelling at Roman. Roman is beating up Tama and Tonga Loa by himself. So, yeah, man. And I think I saw something online that said that Roman Reigns is advertised for next week's SmackDown. So maybe we'll hear a promo from him next week. And who knows? Maybe we might see the return of Jimmy Uso. Maybe we might see Roman and Solo at Bash at Berlin for the Umafawa. I don't know. But yeah, man. It's always great to see Roman Reigns back on SmackDown. It's great to see him back in WWE, doing his thing, man. Coming out with his Jordans and his t-shirt and his sweatpants, man. He's the tribal chief. He's my tribal chief. He dresses for comfort. He does these things. But as far as the rest of SmackDown goes, the first match was between A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory, and Grayson Waller taking on the Street Profits. And this was a number one contenders match. There was two separate number one contenders matches, and I'm assuming the winner of each match will wrestle each other next week to determine who will wrestle the Bloodline at, I'm assuming, Bash at Berlin. But like I said, Street Profits took on A-Town Down Under, and surprisingly, the Street Profits actually won. And I was happy about this because, you know, the Street Profits do deserve more TV time. They deserve a shot at the tag team titles. They deserve tag team gold. They deserve everything, man, because the Street Profits are awesome. And then our second number one contenders match was between DIY, the former tag team champions, and Pretty Deadly, yes boy. And as much as I was rooting for Pretty Deadly to come out with the win, and you know, this would be a great addition to the Pretty Deadly musical, it just wasn't in the cards. DIY ended up getting the win. So like I said, I think next week it's going to be DIY versus the Street Profits. And I'm not sure if they've ever wrestled each other before. I don't think they have. To my knowledge, I don't think DIY and the Street Profits have ever wrestled. So that should be a really fun match. After this, we had Jade Cargill versus Alba Fire. You know, they're building up their rivalry between the big three. And I don't know what Alba Fire and Isla Dawn and Blair Davenport, I don't know if they have a group name. They pulled up in a red car together, so you know, hey, good for them. But Jade Cargill got the win over Alba Fire in a pretty quick match. After the match, the Jade and Bianca got jumped by the Unholy Union. And then we had the return of Naomi. And speaking of returns, man, nobody gets a return pop like Naomi outside of Roman Reigns. But every time Naomi pulls up after being gone for a little bit, she always gets a good reaction. So I'm very much assuming that there will be, at Bash in Berlin, a trios women's match between the big three and the Unholy Union. So that should be a pretty fun match. But after this, we have the new champion, the new United States champion, with everybody saying L.A. Knight, yeah. He's coming out here and he has new graphics. He actually has an updated theme. It still sounds like the Death Rebel theme, but I think a different band did it. They updated a little bit. It sounds pretty much the same, but you know, just a little bit different. But yeah, LA Knight's coming out. You know, he's talking his trash. He's talking about how he beat Logan Paul and how he's the new United States champion. And you know, how he's just gonna hit it and quit it no matter who it is, whether it's Logan Paul, whether it's Andrade, whether it is Santos Escobar. And speaking of Santos Escobar, he comes out, he interrupts LA Knight's celebration, and he says that, you know, LA, there's going to be a new United States champion. His name is going to be Escobar C. And everybody online hated this because it was kind of lame. It was like nobody wants this at all. But I thought it was pretty funny with Santos Escobar saying that. So now this leads us to the match between Santos and Andrade. And the moment I found out that this match was announced, man, I was really excited for it. I was really looking forward to it, and the match really delivered. Even though you had outside interference, you had a whole bunch of shenanigans going on. You had Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews beating up the Legado del Fantasma. You know, they're fighting them off. So it was a straight up one-on-one match for a good majority of the match. You know, they're throwing down scraps or suplexes and moonsaults and all types of lucha awesomeness. And I'm like, I'm really into it. And there was a part of me that kind of knew what was going to happen, and I think I manifested it because Carmelo Hayes ended up distracting Andrade. Santos got the win with the most devastating move in all sports entertainment, the surprise roll-up. And Santos Escobar is the new #1 contender. He will be wrestling LA Knight for the United States Championship. And I'm assuming that we will get another match between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. And I'm not mad at this at all because I love their matches. They're awesome. They have tremendous chemistry. I've said this before and I'll say it again till I'm blue in the face because it's true. The last thing I want to talk about is something that I've been waiting for the longest time, ever since he split off from Imperium, ever since, he got drafted to SmackDown. I was like, yo, where's Giovanni Vinci, man? And if Giovanni Vinci is going to show up, he's got to show up with the gimmick he had in NXT with him, saying Vinny Vinci and him pointing and poison and, getting the snapshots. And it's kind of looking like that's where we're going because we had a vignette for Giovanni Vinci. He's speaking Italian and you get the subtitles and everything. And it's looking like we're getting the gimmick he had in NXT. And I'm kind of excited about that because it was funny and very meme worthy. So I'm very much looking forward to the return of Giovanni Vinci. Get a job. Anyway, that was this week's episode of SmackDown. Overall fun episode. The tribal chief is back, the head of the table. Make sure you push your ones up for the only tribal chief, the one tribal chief, the original tribal chief, Roman Reigns. But with that being said, guys, what do you think of this week's episode of SmackDown? What do you think of the return of the chief? Let me know in the comment section below. Of course, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. You guys take care. Peace. I'm out. Peace.